Hi guys, I'm Nixxi Rose. I'm a qualified nail tech and I'm also one half of jewellery company Rosie and Rara. And today I'm going to show you how to measure, apply and safely remove our custom made press-on nails. So there are lots of different ways of measuring your nails, but our personal favourite and one that we find the most accurate is using just tape, a pencil and a ruler. So what you do is take off a small piece of tape. I find masking tape works better than sellotape because it's easier to draw on. So I'm going to measure my middle finger there, I think. So put the tape on the middle and make sure I cover the whole nail. So we want to get right in those side walls there so we can measure the whole of the nail. So I think once that's stuck, okay, then I'm going to get a pencil and mark where the edges of my nails are and make sure to get right in there like so. Okay, once that's on, you're going to take your tape off, stretch it flat, and I find this easier if you put it on a flat surface. So I'm going to stick it down, and then with my ruler I'm going to measure the widest part of the nail in millimeters. So I'd say that was roughly about 13 millimeters. So I'll then make a note of that. Okay, so once I've done all fingers and made a note of it, I have thumb, index, middle, ring finger and pinky. So this is the information we need from you if we're making custom press-ons. It's also worth measuring your other hand as well, just to make sure that they're the same, because sometimes you might find that your index fingers are slightly different sizes, or your middle, or so on. In our application packs, which are available on our online store, we have everything you need, whether you want to wear your nails temporarily for an evening or if you want to get up to 2 weeks wear out of them. So the easiest solution, if you just want to wear them for an evening, is to take your alcohol pad. This helps remove any oil from your natural nails, which helps them to stick. So with the pad, just clean the nail. I'm going to do this one here, and then there's a pack of adhesive tabs included. So once you measure them up, I think that one there is probably quite a good size for that nail. These can be a bit fiddly because they're very sticky. Take that one there, so it just simply peels off, and then we want to do it as close to the cuticle as possible. Don't want it far down this end, we want it up here. So push that down so it's moulded nicely against the nail. And then you pull off the cellophane. And then you simply take your nail, line up with your own natural nails, and then you push down from the cuticle side down, like this. And voila! So if you want the more permanent method to get up to 2 weeks wear out of your nails, there's a few extra steps. So very first thing is wash your hands, lots of soap, try and get as much oil and any lotion or anything off your hands as possible. Then we're going to take the orange wood stick, and it's this end here, which is, I don't know if you can see that, sort of slanted, and we're going to gently push the cuticle back here. So if you have any cuticle on your nail plate, that can prevent the nail from sticking. So we're just going to gently push that back, ease it back like this, just exposing your nail plate. And then with the buffing block, this has two sides. There's one which is rougher than the other. We want the softest side, and we're just gonna gently buff to take the shine off the surface of the nail. You don't want to take too much nail away, we're just removing the shine. So it's better to be less is more, basically. You don't want to take too much off. So we're just gonna do sideways motions like that, taking the shine off, and down the sides as well. It's worth checking that the edge of your nail measures up, or it's a similar shape to your own cuticle. We have a nail file included in the packs, so that some nails, I mean, I've got quite narrow nail beds, they might need a little bit of shaping around the outside like this, just so they fit your nails. Yeah, you can see that's a better fit. So the last step, and then in my opinion this is probably the most important when it comes to a long-lasting application, is take your alcohol pad and clean the nail. So this will remove any dust that's caused by the buffing, and it will remove any residual oil from your nail plate. So for this next step, there's two ways of doing it. My preferred method, which is not easy to do on this because it doesn't stick to the silicone, but if we go back to our tabs, I prefer to put one of those on the nail and then take your nail, apply some nail glue and put that over, which I think gives a really nice tight seal, but it also makes the nails easier to get off when you're ready to remove them. However, I'm not going to do that because these just aren't going to stick to the silicone finger. So we're going to go straight in with the nail glue, which we don't provide in our packs. So nail glue you can get from most pharmacies and places online as well. So I prefer the one with the brush because it's easier to apply. So what you're going to do is take your nail, and up near the cuticle area up here, we're just going to apply a very small amount, that'll probably be enough there. Can you see that? And then if you hold it up at an angle, line it up with the edge of the nail and then slowly push down towards the tip. This will remove any air bubbles underneath the nail. To remove the temporary method, all you need to do is soak your hands in warm soapy water for about 10 minutes and then using your orange wood stick, which is included in the application pack, gently ease it off from around the sides. If it's having trouble and it's still sticking, just soak it in the water for a little bit longer. And the nail pop off and they're ready to use again another time. If you have trouble getting the adhesive tape off your nail, I recommend acetone, or the alcohol pads as well are very good at cleaning off any residue. So to remove nails that have been applied with nail glue, the process is the same. You need to soak in warm soapy water for about 10 minutes, and then coming back to your orange wood stick, we're going to use the pointy end this time, and I'm going to dip it in acetone. A lot of nail polish removers nowadays boast about being acetone free, but you really need acetone to help melt the glue. So I'm going to dip that stick in here. And I'm going to very carefully just go around the edges. This will take a bit of time, but it's worth it because you don't want to damage your natural nails in the process. So if you can lift any certain areas which might have detached, just trying to get as much acetone in there as possible. That way the glue will melt and you'll be able to safely remove your nails for use another time.